Hey there, welcome to day 16 of Step by Step September. Today's video is a cardio base. We're doing some interval workout. So we've got 30 seconds of movement, 30 seconds of rest, 2 rounds through. Do the movement for the full 30 seconds, cut it down, whatever feels best and right to you. As we've done with our previous videos, we'll go through each of our movements up front and then we'll get into our workout. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great workout. Let's go ahead and jump into things. Got 4 different movements. We're going to start down on the floor. I'll show you 2 different variations of this movement, plank jacks. To set up in our plank, we can be down on our forearms, if we like, or up in a fully extended plank, whichever you prefer. Just keeping in mind we want nice plank form. So elbows above our wrists, back nice and flat. If we're down in that forearm plank, we want shoulders above our elbows, shoulders above our wrists, shoulders above our elbows in the forearm plank, or shoulders above wrists in the fully extended plank. I'm going to be down in a forearm plank. What we're doing is just jumping out. Plank jacks. So we'll do that for 30 seconds. If jumping is not your preference today, not a problem. We're going to tap out, left to right. Our second movement will be standing. I call it a 1-2-3 Heisman. And so we go 1, 2, 3, knee up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3. Just side to side like that. We can go quick or we can go a little slower. We'll do that for 30 seconds. Rest for 30 seconds. We'll come back down to the floor for our third movement. Deadbugs. I think these are one of my all-time favorites. I got a lot that I like and a handful that I would consider top 5. This is top 5. So what we're going to do is I'm going to extend my left leg out and my right arm up. Come back. And we're going to alternate. Right leg, left arm. If we can alternate, if you prefer, because sometimes this can be a little confusing, is we'll do 15 seconds one side, 15 seconds the other. So I'm going to do right arm, left leg, and just all one side. And then I'll call it out at halfway. So if you do this way, you can switch all the other side. Otherwise, we'll alternate. Just like to give options, because this one confuses me sometimes. For movement number 4, we'll be back to standing. These I call floor touch jacks. So we got a little bit of core, a little bit of jumping jack motion. And what this looks like is come down, touch the floor. Just crossing over. We want to keep our core tight so that we're getting a little bit of oblique motion as we lean over to touch the floor. Again, if jumping is not your deal today, we'll alternate, stepping side to side. I'm reaching across toward that opposite foot. All right, let's go ahead and come down to the floor. Get set up for our first round of plank jacks. And we can toe tap it out. Here we go if we want. All right. Keeping our core tight, protecting our low back. Tapping it out with our feet left to right if we choose. Halfway through. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take a rest. Stand up. Get ready for those 1, 2, 3 Heisman moves. Ooh. This one is driving up my heart rate already. Excuse me. All right, we got about 3 seconds and we'll get into this. 2, 1, here we go. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but some movements feel to me halfway through like more of a rest. I get a little bit more of a break. It feels like they're less intense than others. 3, 2, 1, nice. Let's take a full rest. I'm gonna come down to the floor to get set up for those dead bugs. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed it. Some movements feel a little less intense to me. So I get a bit more of a recovery. I shouldn't call it a rest, but I feel like I'm able to recover through those movements more so than others, and others feel like straight up work. All right, let's go ahead and get into these. Here we go. Remember, we can do all on one side or alternating. I'll call it out at halfway through if you're doing the first 15 seconds with one side and then second 15 seconds on the other. Go ahead and halfway through, if you're doing one side, switch to the other side. Yeah, this one feels a little bit more like recovery to me. 2 and 1. Go ahead and rest. Come up out of that. Come up to standing for those 4 touch jacks, and then y'all will be done with round 1 already. If you're comfortable sharing, love to hear in the comments if some movements are feeling like more recovery to you, where you're like, oh, I noticed I get to catch my breath a little bit more in that movement. Okay, we got about 3 seconds. 2, 1, and here we go. Yeah, I'd love to know if there's some that are feeling like, yeah, I feel like that one doesn't feel as intense to me. I call that out because I don't want anyone to think that if one movement feels more challenging than another halfway through, that you're not working as hard in one that feels a bit more like a recovery to you. Just some movements are easier for us. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Some movements are gonna push us a little bit more than others, and that's really natural. We'll come down to the floor to get set up for round 2. Remember, that first one is plank jacks. Sweet Ellie, sorry, sweet girl, I didn't mean to come right at you like that. That spooks you sometimes. She's got a struggle seeing out of one eye, so we gotta be mindful of the way we pet her. All right, baby girl, I'm gonna have you come over here. Thank you. Okay. Here we go. Plank jacks. This one definitely doesn't feel like a recovery to me. Halfway through. All right, you got this. Crew and self. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. No more of those for today. We'll come to standing. Get ready for the Heisman 1, 2, 3 movements. All right. We have about 5 seconds left and then we'll get into this. Here we go. 2, 1. Oh, gosh. Awesome. Halfway through. Almost done with this round. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. We'll bring it down to the floor for those dead bugs. Keeping in mind we can alternate all one side, all the other. Like I did round 1, I will call out halfway through so you can switch sides. if you're doing one side first. Okay, we got a little under 10 seconds left. This is feeling good. Hope you're feeling great. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's go ahead and rep it out. Oh man, hope you all are feeling great. We're almost done for today. We're over halfway through this habit building challenge. Go ahead and halfway through, switch sides if you're doing one side and then the other. Three, 2, 1. All right. We'll come out of that. Come up to standing slowly. And catch our breath for about 18 seconds, and then we'll do our very last move for today. I'm gonna breathe in a little bit heavy today. Oh, here we go. Last round. Okay. Nice. Halfway done. Now we only have 12 seconds left total today. Then we can get on to what we got going on next. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Give yourselves a round of applause. All right, go ahead and catch your breath. Grab some water. Towel off if you need to or want to. I definitely feel a little bit like I should. That's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you had a great workout. Looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Take kind care of yourself.